Here's my question to you guys is this. When you are home or when you're there, are you really there? It's your choice to be the king. I'm gonna ask you that question again because I want you to hear what I'm saying. When you're there, are you really there? Because your wife knows if you're there. She knows if you're really there. And she wants you to be really there. But the more we're not really there, the more she'll find another there, something else to entertain her time. You see what I'm saying? So it could be a hobby. It could be out with the girlfriends. It could be whatever. It could be with her family, whatever it is, but it's just not being around you. Why? Because you've not honored her presence and given her your presence when you're present. So wherever you are, here's the seed that your wife is looking for you to plant. The platinum marriage input for this one is this, you guys. Sow the seed of being fully there. Wherever you are, here's the seed that your wife is looking for you to plant. The platinum marriage input for this one is this, you guys. Sow the seed of being fully there. That's what your wife needs you to sow the seed of being, listen to this, fully there. And those are some of the strategies we focus on, you guys, in how kings communicate, the 5-day challenge, is how to start to truly sow those seeds, man, of being truly there. How you can start to learn the strategies of husbands that take it to a level. Mark, you a little bit earlier, he was talking about in the next 6 years, their marriage will be so much better because of the intentional things that they're doing on a daily basis to be truly there. Do you hear me? How some of the things that he does now, how his wife now, listen to this, how his wife now is doing some of the things that he started off doing, the inputs that he started with, now she doing.
That's
because
right.
He's output. That's the data he's receiving. So share some of that. Share some of that story as he was talking about on the VIP side, man, that you shared with us. Share with your brothers.
Okay, sometimes I will come in, hey, how you doing, baby? This, that, and third. And how's your day? And it was no contact until, we went to bed. That was it. And then sometimes it was like, why you turn this way or why you turn that way? And I'm like, oh, I ain't thinking that. But, when I started learning first, mainly more about who I am and what type of issues that I didn't think I had or, was carrying around, they started lifting off like little light burdens. Like I would get frustrated for no reason. I just didn't want to talk, didn't want to open up or nothing. But then I said, man, what in the world is a hug, a little hug gonna do? I said, man, I'm gonna try it. I was thinking about it all day, how I was gonna hug. So I came home and I was like, I said, hey, how you? And held her. And I did it, let her go. And she was like, woo, do that again. So I did it again. Next day, same thing. And what happened was I came in one day. I was exhausted. I was gonna give her 10 seconds. I had my lunch box and everything before I could even put it down. She took it out of my hand, put it down. Another level glasses, put them down. Connection. I need my 10. She said, this just makes me want to melt. Affection, man. And I was like, it was just like, appreciate it, fellas. Why didn't I know this? How could I not know this? Fellas, y'all know, we think we all cool and all suave and everything. We supposed to know everything. But man, we don't. We really don't. But this group, man, I've grown so much, as just a man, for myself and for my family and as well as my wife, And I, like you said, man, I try to keep a, second. Try to keep a second because I say if we're a unit, God first, and I'm second and she second. To him, I try to do everything as I'm doing it unto God. Want to just please him with everything, that I do. And even if I got a flaw or something, I'm still gonna repent and ask for forgiveness and just keep moving.
And thanks for sharing, Mark Q, man. Basically, fellas, what Mark Q is starting to see is how important it is to be there. And when you're there, how important it is to show your wife how precious she is to you. To show her, as Sean wrote down, how intentional, you're going to be about loving her, about being about honoring her presence, honoring the time that you guys had together. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Listen, I ain't trying to be morbid or nothing, but man, you don't know when God gonna come and you're gonna breathe your last breath, bro. Like real talk. You don't know when God gonna come and your wife's gonna breathe her last breath. You don't know when God gonna come and you're gonna breathe your last breath. And we can't keep living in our marriages like we always gonna be here. But if we lived in a way to where we knew that I need to honor God's daughter, I need to be intentional, I need to be sure that I'm giving her presence. I'm giving her the presence that she deserves. I'm giving the input of my presence. It's many times. And what Mark Q gave is just one piece, which is the 10-second hug changes the game. Why? Because when you hug your wife, listen to this, and this is some of the nuggets that you get, going deeper. This is some of the nuggets you get. He got that from 3DC in the 3D communication. When we start digging in to the hug, the 10 seconds, the power and the magic of that 10 seconds hug, the science behind just holding your wife for 10 seconds. And that's why his wife said, give me 10. So that 10 seconds changes the brain's, the memories and the neurons in the brain, and connects the two of you together on a whole nother level where she will remember the embrace and remember the feeling that she had because you took the time, listen to this, to be there. You took the time to let her know that when you were there, that you were going to honor her with that embrace. And then one of the things that I love that Mark Q said, every time he said this, I was like, man, this is it. In terms of his story, she started waiting with her arms out. That was the data that he started receiving. She started, come on in here, come on in here. She started waiting with her arms out, waiting for her husband, waiting for her king, so she can get 10. She said, give me 10. Because that is the output of intentional input. His intentional input was making sure that every day he got home, it didn't matter. It didn't matter, fellas. It didn't matter. He had a long day at work. Listen to this. He had a long day at work, but this man, Marcu, took the time to make sure that he hugged his and embraced his queen. Do you hear me? So that's what we talked about so far, fellas. So far, we talked about the platinum, the 3 platinum marriage inputs for proper outputs. The first one is this: sowing the seed of second place. Sowing the seed of second place, making sure we sowing the seed, listen to this, of second place. And then the one that we just talked about just now is the number 2, the platinum marriage input number 2, you guys, is sow the seed of being fully there. You hear me? Sow the seed of being fully there. So when you're there, fellas, be there, all right? Sow the seed of being fully there. Somebody put that in the chat. Sow the seed of being fully there, all right? Now, my wife, she just just got back from Japan, and it was not too long ago. Actually a couple of days ago. This is fresh, all right? This just literally just happened. One of the things that I noticed, you guys, and one of the things I noticed is I sometimes procrastinate, and that's an input. Procrastination is an input, you guys. I procrastinated. Do you hear me? I procrastinated, and my wife told me all the way back, I think it was like it was a long time ago when she first found out about going to Japan. Because I wanted to go. I really wanted to go, but did I? Because you're about to hear what I'm about to say. You're gonna be like, oh, Chris, I don't know if you really wanted to go, bro. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. I procrastinated because my passport expired. My passport, you know what I'm saying? It expired. So that was my input. My input was my passport expired. Now here's the output, you guys. I missed out on the trip to Japan because my passport expired, and I procrastinated in getting it renewed. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. I was not able to experience the lifelong memory of going to Japan with my wife because I planted the input of procrastinating on getting my passport renewed. I want y'all to hear me. So I had to deal with it. I had to deal with it. And she ended up experiencing, listen to this. She was like, well, I'm gonna go. I'm letting you know I'm going to Japan now. I've been wanting to go to Japan for a long time. So I'm going. And because I didn't show up and plant the input of being prepared to go, I missed out on that amazing memory that we could have had together. So she ended up going with our family. Family was there, but I wasn't there. I want y'all to hear me. So I want y'all to hear what I had to say. What memories, listen to this, what memories have you missed out on because you weren't prepared? What memories have you missed out on because you weren't prepared? Lifelong memory of being able to go to Tokyo, Japan, go to Kyoto, Japan. Do you hear me? And I missed that opportunity. Not saying that we can never do it again, but there will never be able that first experience of my wife being able going over to Japan and me not being there with her. Do you hear me? So I made the adjustment, and I loved the bejeebers as much as I could out of her while she was going on the way, preparing, washing her hair, all types of stuff, right? I made some adjustments, but it really wasn't exactly like me being there. You hear me? Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Sean. Procrastination does cause us to forfeit certain blessings. So my question once again is this: what memories have you missed because you weren't prepared? You weren't prepared. And here's the seed that we need to start looking at. Here's platinum seed, platinum marriage input number 3. Platinum marriage input number 3, fellas.